Hello, welcome back to another pen talk. Thanks for tuning in. One of the things that I really enjoy about this media that I work in is the community, the interactions. I watch a lot of other people's videos because I learn from them and I'm interested to hear what they have to say. So Saenz is great in using things and figuring out things, and I saw her video where she used a test tube rack which she bought on Amazon to hold pens, and I go, great idea. So I went on Amazon and found one that I thought was excellent, and I think the price is excellent too, considering it holds 12 pens. And to me, the amazing thing is there's a 159 and there's plenty of room. Here's a rotating core. You know, it's great because it shows off the pens also. They roll around, which, you know, is interesting. But, you know, this is wood. It's well done. It's not going to harm the finish on the pen at all. And you can see the whole pen, which is really nice. I mean, you can get blocks of wood. You can get blocks of metal. You can get a whole bunch of other things. But I think this would look good on anybody's desk. And the price is great. So kudos to Chris and her finding this. You know, it even has little things here to pick it up on, you know. So they just did a very, very nice job in this design. I think it's made out of bamboo. Here's the Amazon listing. So if you're interested and you have access to Amazon, and I don't know whether it's sold around the country, but it's made in China, as a lot of things are, and it was very well packaged when I received it. Many of you may have noticed when I work on my pens, I use a very wide, small rubber band as my gripper. They come from lobsters, and in northeast of the United States, lobsters are fairly common. But I figured, you know, other people might like to have some of these for their pen use, so I bought a bag, and there's 500 in this bag. So I think 500 is more than it will last several lifetimes for me. So I would like to share these. So what I will do is, if you would like to get 25 of these, and I think it would be fun if you have a nice group that you meet up to bring these to the group and give them out. Everybody can use one to remove nibs, remove sections, take pens apart. You know, sometimes you use two, one on the section, one on the barrel. So I think they have great uses for them. So I'm going to include my email address. So what I would like you to do is send me an email explaining how many you would like and what your use for them are. And then what I'll do is I'll send you an address, and you can send me a self-addressed, stamped mailing envelope, and I'll stick them in there. They should handle well through the mail. You know, maybe a padded envelope would probably work a little bit better, but, you know, we'll work out something. But I think it's really nice that we all share, and, you know, I don't think anybody else needs 500 of these, which is the minimum size I found when I did my search on the internet. So I made ahead and did the investment, and I'm willing to share that with you. So send me that email. And like I said, in order to get these, you'll need to send me a self-addressed, stamped envelope to send you rubber bands back that you can use for your pens and share with your friends. Well, I did my packing, and it looks like 20 bands can fit into an envelope, and it'll be under an ounce. 20 bands weighs 0.9 ounces or 26.5 grams. So you put that in with the envelope and the stamp and everything, and it should be under an ounce. So instead of 25 bands, 20 bands will fit into a self-addressed stamped envelope to be on their way to you. So you may ask, what would you use these rubber grippers for? Well, two things. One is to remove sections that aren't screwed in, mostly vintage. So that makes it easier to remove. So the other thing the grippers are good for is pulling off nibs. So we have this 3008 here with this Lamy style nib. As you can see, the gripper pulls it off pretty easily. And if you got ink on it, you get ink on the gripper and that's just washed off. So that's what these things can be used for. So I think they're a valuable accessory to any pen aficionado. And the third accessory that I think every person that's into fountain pen should have is a bulb to flush out the section, which to me works better than anything. And I didn't realize that Radio Shack is still around. There's a few stores left in the United States, so if there's one that you can get to, you can buy this bulb from them. If not, here's the website and the description on the web for it. Because I was concerned that I only had one bulb syringe, which I got from Radio Shack, which was now going to be very difficult to get, I experimented with other ones. These blue ones might be familiar to you that look at the different pen websites. I find both of these to be not very effective. You can't put any of these over a section unless it's very, very small. And this one here is very small opening. I mean, they're nice and flexible, and they're good for like blowing air on things, but as far as flushing a section out, they don't work well. And then I experimented with different, things to clean out your nose or your ears or things like that. And what I found out is when you finally remove the inserts, that opening is much too big. So the Radio Shack one, by just sheer coincidence, turns out to be the best design and worth the investment if you would like to have a tool like that to assist you in cleaning your pens and restoring them. So this darker one is the one that I've had for a number of years. It holds up extremely well. I guess it was red like this when I first got it, but it aged. Is kind of like rubber products do. What makes this better than any other one that I've ever had, and I've gotten some from the local pen suppliers, and they just don't work as well. I haven't found a section that this bulb doesn't fit over, and it makes a really tight seal. And if you need to flush out a nib and section, this works great. I mean, you can just see the amount of air that gushed through there. And let the bulb absorb all of that water, and then we flush it out. And we can see some of that colored water, the ink coming out. So I found this to be a very good way of flushing out nibs and sections without having to take them all apart, which sometimes I don't like to do unless there's a reason to take the nib and feed out of the section. So this is usual Waterman, vintage Waterman, and has an excellent flow. So that's it for these interesting accessories to make your pen experiences better. So in summation, thank you for watching. This is the end of the video. Hopefully you found it interesting. I like doing things a little bit differently. I also enjoy sharing with the community. I find the comments and the interactions from my viewers on my videos is just great. I mean, this is a wonderful community. We love what we do. We enjoy sharing, and that makes it all worthwhile. So if you want some bands, you know what to do. You now know how the bulb flusher works and how I found the one I found, and this is still something I just find just very interesting. And this pen will be in an upcoming review. Hopefully you'll look forward to that and enjoy it. And so will this ink, which I found and am looking forward to sharing with you guys. So until then, this is the end of this video. Have many great writing experiences, explore the incredible world of pens, inks, paper, and the thoughts and encourage interactions that those things create. Have a good one. Bye.